Hey guys, Adam here from DirectionTrader.com. I wanted to come and make a quick video here. I'm not in any trade or anything right now. As you can see, I'm currently flat the market. I did take one position here earlier. Let me explain here. This is more of a informational video. Sorry about that. More of an informational video here on why I'm looking what I'm looking at, and maybe this could help you out too in your personal trading here. I am currently looking at the stock index futures right now. I'm also trading crude, but this video is based on the stock index futures and how we use the market internals and the volatility here for our benefit. So there's a couple things here. I want to go ahead and I want to mark up some highs and lows and start to work here and start to talk here about how we use some of this stuff and maybe why I took that trade and why I'm sitting on my hands right now. Okay, so as far as that goes, as you can see here, we're extremely bearish. Extremely bearish. We're at minus 1550 right now on the advanced decline down here. We're at minus 1550 down here on the advanced decline. That's a very, very bearish move here in the market. Markets are only down here. Looking at the Russell, we're down 5.5 points on the Russell. Not a huge down day as far as price. For such a negative market internals day, and then also a very negative day here at the breadth, which is the volume. So, sorry about that. I got a little frog in my throat. But so we do have a very bearish day. Another thing I want to notice: relatively flat volatility right now. So that is causing this market to not sell as much as these market internals are showing. You see, we're still holding below zero here on the tick pretty much all morning long. So we're having some issues breaking down and following through with these market internals. Why would that be? Well, look over here at the volatility. You're seeing we're very much consolidating. Okay? You're going to say, well, Adam, you took a trade short. Well, I did, based on I thought this was the break to the downside. I took this short right here, shorted this. You see I only took $30 out of it. That's only 3 ticks. Whenever I shorted this, the market internals just kind of stood here. This is where I shorted, and as you see, it popped up a little bit higher and just consolidated here. So I didn't know if this thing was going to consolidate or pop or consolidate and drop again. If it drops, I can get into another trade down the road. Okay, I can get into another trade, but I was just following my instincts here and looking at what I seen, and the market was not selling at that point. So at this point, it is 5 minutes till 10 here, Central Standard Time. I'm going to send this video out to everybody, but I'm not seeing a lot of movement, and I'm hoping this can help you if you just watch some volatility. As you see here, we're slowly starting to get this volatility to ramp to the upside. That's what I need to get this market to go ahead and sell off. So at this point, I'm not going to get into the fire. As you see here, we're very much stuck here in this tight range here. I'm not going to jump in the fire and try to force this market to the downside. I'm going to wait patiently for it to actually drop down below that previous day's low and then take that pullback for an opportunity. But the reason I wanted to make this video is to inform everybody, watch that volatility. Watch the volatility and make sure that it is actually working in your favor, meaning an inverse correlation. So, as you can see here, we are slowly creeping to the upside with a nice little pop there in the volatility as we're talking. But we are creeping to the upside. As long as that volatility starts creeping to the upside, any break of support, that is a legitimate shorting opportunity here with the stock index futures. Okay, so I wanted to come to you guys and basically, you know, at this time, because I'm here kind of just, it's almost tempting me to go ahead and go short. It's given me that little temptation, but I am going to be disciplined here because we have bearish. We're starting to get a little pop here, so if we can break through support, a pullback is a very good entry setup here. But I wanted to make this video and just get you guys on the same page here. Maybe we can get confirmation when we're trading these stock index futures. Get this confirmation from this volatility, and as you can see here, as I'm making this video, we are getting confirmation with this volatility pushing higher for a possible trading opportunity here to the short side. So what I'm going to do, actually, it's starting to move here, so I'm actually going to pause this video. Maybe I can catch a live trade here for you guys in just a few minutes, but let me go ahead and pause this video. If we break down through the lows, I'll go ahead and start it back up, and we'll look at this trade and maybe take a trade here on this video. So I just wanted to, originally I wanted to pop on screen here and talk about this volatility, getting in this tight range and waiting for that volatility to actually break out of that range before going in there and throwing your hands in the ring. But as you can see here, as I'm talking, we are pushing out of this range. So maybe we can get a trade here. Let me just pause this because this could get very long if I don't pause it. Let me pause this video, see if we can get this market to go ahead and pop to the upside. I mean, the VIX to pop to the upside and get follow through to the downside here on the stock index futures here, and maybe we can get a trade here. But this is all I was actually looking for, is a confirmation, and sure enough, we're getting it throughout the video. So let me go ahead and pause and see if I can get a trade here for us. Be back as soon as I can get a trading opportunity, guys. Okay, guys, let me come to you and finish this video. As you can see, I've still only had one trade here in the Russell. Actually, one trade in the stock indexes, I guess not just the Russell. So, as you notice here, I did not get a trade here. I placed an order looking for it to pull back, but I didn't quite get enough pullback here. I originally had this fib drawn from this extension from the lows to lows, and it came back 50%, but I put an order at 50 or 21.50 or 0.5, not 50, 21.5. It did not quite pull back that far, as you can see here. We pulled back towards that 21. I had an order at 21.5 simply because I was looking to front run this previous swing low from Wednesday. Got a little bit, I guess, too conservative here because we did have a 50% extension level. Let me just go ahead and draw that. Maybe we can get on the same page here. As this thing broke down hard out of this, I'm going to explain here in a little bit about the overall idea that the reason I made this video. But as you see here, as we broke down significantly here, guys, I basically just drew a low to low fib here rather than from the high to low, because we broke out here. We had a very, very healthy move here. And as you can see, we did break down quite nicely here. So I took an extension. It came back to that 50%. To the tick. I mean, absolutely perfectly to the tick here of that extension. I was getting a little bit conservative. I was looking at that 21.5 because my eyes kept on looking over here a little closer, and I was going to front run this low by a few ticks, and it just did not pull back that far. So I actually don't have a live trade here, but the overall reason for making this video is still valid. I wanted everybody to basically understand why I would be patient when I was being patient and wait for a break here. Normally, you're not going to get these huge breakouts that just don't pull back, and you can actually get some shorting opportunities here. But the bottom line is, I was basically saying, guys, be patient, wait for this tick to go ahead and move. We were getting confirmation that there was selling in the market. We were getting confirmation from the market internals here that there was selling in the market. We just weren't seeing it yet up here on the price. We were actually sitting right here inside this wedge waiting for this thing. And I said, I'm not going to sit here and fight with these guys trying to get it out of this range. Wait for it to break, then get a pullback. Now, typically you can get a fill here. I just happened to get a little bit too conservative here and look for a little bit too much of a pullback. That's fine. The overall concept of the video here is still valid here. Waiting for the break here, watching these volatility, this VIX here, and just waiting for it to break. As it was consolidating, the market was consolidating. We saw it starting to leak to the upside as we started this video, and we were just waiting. This thing was leaking to the upside, and the price had not moved yet. The price was still trading up here, and it had not broken. And I simply said, I'm waiting for a breakout here. Wait for a breakdown below these previous day's lows and a pullback. As you see here, we had a nice drop here, but even though we didn't get a trade, the overall idea and the overall trading discipline and concepts of why we made this video is still valid. So my recommendation, guys, wait for that confirmation. Don't be one of them traders that sits here and trades and trades and trades and trades and gets caught up in any of this slop or any of this consolidation. Wait for this market to go ahead and break out, and then your percentages go up substantially. I understand I didn't get a fill here, but your percentages go up substantially on getting pullbacks and getting quality trades here. moving forward. So even though we didn't get a fill here, this is still very good practice to go ahead and enforce moving forward. It will save you capital. It will give you better quality trades. It'll just be better as a whole here whenever it comes to your trading. So wait for that confirmation. If you're trading the stock index futures, try and throw a volatility of some sort on your charts just to watch. It'll be that extra confirmation, that rock that always helps you out. So just try and hold that on there and try and stick to it. If you get price to move and volatility doesn't, usually your price will revert right back to the mean. You won't get that follow through. So something very, very good to watch here and use your benefit. So, all right, guys. Sorry I didn't get a video here of a live trade here. I didn't personally get filled here, so you know, it's one of the things. So here I'm going to wait for the market to consolidate a little bit, and maybe we can get another move. Maybe I can get another video out here. If not, it's Friday here. I usually don't get too crazy here on Friday. I've taken, I guess, I've taken a crude trade, and I've taken a Russell trade here. So it is Friday. I get fairly quiet here. As you see, I can get rid of some of these fibs over here. I did take a trade here on the crude. I only got 6 ticks out of it. It ended up moving substantially in my direction, but that's one of them things. It was a favorite setup here. I guess I'll throw this in this video too. What had happened on the anchor chart, we had a 50% pullback. I didn't want to take the risk to take a 50% pullback because my risk would have been pretty substantial, 30 ticks or so here when it comes to the longer time frame. So I end up going over to the smaller time frame as we hit that resistance, and we actually broke down here, took a little micro here in the direction. It trailed a little bit too tight, but nonetheless still a very quality trade. There is a video out there. It's called My Favorite Trade Setup, and that is exactly what we have here. We're using a longer time frame Fibonacci, finding resistance, and as the trading time frame, the smaller time frame comes off, we just simply take a pullback on that as well. So that's all I've done today, guys. It's Friday. I'm usually a little bit more quiet on Fridays, not as aggressive here when it comes to the overall trading, but I did want to come to you and make this video talking while we were in this consolidation to be patient here and wait. And sure enough, our patience did pay off. The markets did work out the way that we were intending here. Just never got a fill, but hopefully this is good practice for you moving forward here. So if you have any questions on this, guys, please email me, adam@directiontrader.com. Get a hold of me because I'd love to go over all this. I am one that preaches patience and discipline, and sure enough, you know, I try to execute it myself. Patience and discipline day in and day out, especially in the live trading room. So get a hold of me if you need to, guys. If not, have a great weekend. I'll see all my members in the live trading room on Monday. Everybody else, you can get a hold of me or have a good weekend. That's it, guys. Bye-bye.